How's it going, everyone? You guys already know the drill with these videos. I have over 20k CC. We're gonna try to pull for at least one copy of the new 17 Golden Frieza here. I already did a summon prior, just to see if I were to get lucky with my first summon. Didn't get anything, so I'm not gonna waste any more time here. We could just go straight to it. I took a quick glance at the banner, and there's not a whole lot I can really use. It's only the new stuff in Kefla really, which is one of the 3 LF units in the game that do not have a 14 stars. So if I could pull at least a few copies of her to finish her off, that would be cool to have, considering that she is also on the S tier boost for this particular season. So look forward to that video. There's a lot of stuff to go over with these guys, but the first major thing I wanted to say about them is, for me personally, I did like the character choice that they went with here. This was definitely a cool moment from the Tournament of Power that warranted a major unit release. Oh, Liddell. And I feel like they did a pretty solid job with them when it comes to that representation, at the very least. I really like most of the animations that they have. That legend action that Frieza does into the ground with his death meme was actually insanely cool. And they did a good job with the LFs as well. Just a quick side though note. Have you guys noticed recently that the devs have started to make the legendary finishes extremely elaborate and long now? They started to do this with the Legend Supervillain Rose, if I remember correctly, but they are going all out with these effects, with the actual combos, the choreography, the details of the animation itself. I'm not even complaining about this, by the way. I think this is a cool direction to take with the future releases of the Legend units, but they have started to become actual like anime movie cutscene, like tier cutscenes to watch now. I personally like these type of LFs, but I know it can turn off some people, especially if they want to grind like top tier PvP. This summon doesn't look like it's anything special, so we're just gonna skip it. The top ranks with these new characters, and basically wasting like a whole minute just for the character to perform the entire LF animation. I can see it being an annoyance later on, but I feel like for right now, with the release of the new Legend rarity, this year in particular, they can at least try. They can have the leeway to make these animations feel a little bit more special, which I feel like is fine enough as is. Another thing I want to mention though is the whole leaking situation that happened recently with the new units. I mean, come on, seriously? What is this, like the 5th time? Oh, look at that, we got the new Babidi. What is this, like the 5th time that they leaked some sort of information over the past year or so? It's crazy. We have the part 1 of the 7th anniversary leaked with the characters of MUI Goku and Transforming Evolution Vegeta. All of that type of stuff and the animations that came alongside them that were all leaked, you know, prior to the actual celebration happening. Then we had a soft leak with the Zenkai Baby, which was supposed to be a hint for the Ultra Full Power Saiyan 4 Goku, which was supposed to be later on the line. They were supposed to have like a whole stream showcasing the reveal of it, but because Baby was leaked a week earlier, you know, everyone was already expecting him to come out as is, and when he showed up, nobody really cared. Oh my gosh. And then we have the Ultra Buu Duo release, leaked from the captions? The literal captions from a YouTube video? What the heck? Double Babidi, I mean, sure. From the captions of a YouTube video that they can curate and review prior to it releasing? Like, what? And now we have another leak, not even 2 weeks later, with these guys, with 17 Golden Frieza, with a character showcase premiere that was scheduled before the actual reveal itself, when that has never happened before. Like, I don't remember the last time this was even like an issue. Like, this is like a first time precedent type of thing. And then on top of that, I mean, if it really means anything, they also leaked the Babidi supporter in the same video by mentioning him in the channel description. I mean, you can excuse this type of incident happening once or even twice in a long period of time. Oh, nice, we got a spare bump. But now you have an instance of this happening on back-to-back new releases? Like, we have never seen this type of incompetency before. At this point, we just call it out for what it is. It's just sheer, unadulterated incompetency. Dimps really needs to rethink about, I don't know, restructuring their social media division, how they plan out these reviews and event. I don't know, something else, because clearly, there's, as the structure as it is right now is completely backfiring onto their faces. They literally have access to infinite knowledge and the money for it as well as to how they can plan out and sort these type of things. And they're still fumbling the bag almost 8 years in a multi-billion-dollar generating game. It's actually insane to think about. Gibbs, please, just go with a different approach here, man. We'll go with the Spirit Puncture. Just go with a different approach here, man, because I want to be hyped for these characters. But you can't just leak the characters in advance and then shame us for spreading out information that happened because of a fault on your end. That's the type of stuff that you need to tighten up about. Because obviously, you know, people have been waiting for these characters for years. We've been waiting for a unit like 17 and Golden Frieza to finally have their representation, and for them to have a unceremonious leak happen to them before their supposed reveal video and stuff. I feel like that's just a downer for basically everyone involved. So please, you have to tighten up about these type of things, because otherwise, we're just not going to be hype about this type of stuff anymore. Well, anyways, besides the whole spiel though, I also wanted to talk about the kit quality, as in the actual unit itself. I think for the most part, they have a meta-defining kit as is. Their support potential is out of this world, and you want to utilize that type of support for all the heavy hitters in the game, like Ultra Vegito Blue, Ultra Vegito Blue, whoever the new buff for the campaign would be at the end of this celebration, and everyone else that you just want to try out. This looks like a nothing though, so we're just gonna skip this. Them stacking ally damage with their cards and swap out could be huge for units that also want to build up. Nice, we got a Nimbus. Could be huge for units that also want to build up their big moves, like Ultra Gogeta Blue with his Stardust Fall, or units like UVB. Ooh! Rainbow Text, okay. See, we got cooking here. Oh nice, we got Broly. Or units like UVB, who can spam a bunch of cards for nuclear damage anyways, and their support can really help out with those type of things. Their other major factor I feel like would help out their kit a lot would be their Disrupt. We have not seen a Disrupt worded like this before, having to get hit in order for them to take away 100 ki from your opponent when they can switch out. I feel like that could be a sleeper ability to keep an eye out on, as is meta rarely. Oh. Hidden God Goku. I mean, I would be excited for them because they're the newest unit technically that isn't the new stuff, but already have them 14 stars, so I can't really use them. Unfortunate, I can't really use them. But anyways, we have not seen a Disrupt worded like this before though. Having to get hit in order for them to take away 100 ki from your opponent when they can switch out. That could be a really... Ooh. We got the rare illustration of Babidi here. Okay, that's nice, I guess. Shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. It could be a sleeper ability to look out for, just the Disrupt in general. We got the shiny new effect over here. Pretty nice. But yeah, that type of Disrupt, you know, with the support as well. They also have some nice intangibles that they can provide as well, even if they're not doing anything directly on the field. They can give damage and damage guard to your allies. I believe they give damage guard to, what is it, Universe Reps, Androids, and I believe it's Lineage of Evil. I believe it's Lineage of Evil, damage guard. And then for the damage support, it's just general. I think it's like 20%. But even with that, even if you're not using them for the support, you have the subcount manipulation, and then they have the buff effect cancels with the endurance that they have. And every time the enemy throws out a big move, I believe it's 2 times. It's 2 times they can buff effect cancel, and they can also do subcount manipulation as well. So I have a feeling that they can have a similar aging process to Android 13. I don't know if you guys remember the Android 13 release that happened. I believe it was, oh my gosh, is it about to be a year already? Yeah, I think like Android 13 he released in like October or September, well, one of those months. But I feel like you can have a similar aging process to him, where after a certain point you would just throw them in as a dedicated leader slot unit, and then you could just basically do whatever team combination. Oh my gosh! No way, dude! What the heck? I've never seen that animation before. What the heck? That's the first time I've gotten that. That's sick. That's sick, dude. Oh my gosh. Well, there you go. We actually got our first copy. Well, yeah. Video success already. Oh wow. Shoot. I don't even know what to say. That was the first time I've ever gotten an animation like that before. That's crazy. Well, yeah. anyways. What I was meant to say before oh my gosh, another LF on this multi too. This multi is cracked. This multi is actually cracked. My gosh. But as I was saying before, the 17 Golden Frieza, they can have a similar aging process to 13, or after a certain point, you would just use them as a dedicated leader slot unit, and then you could just do whatever team combination that you can think of. I know that for some team compositions, I know some people want to run them with the Fusion Warriors. Obviously, that's a big example. You can also do Future with Truhan. You can do Future again with the Rosés. You could do the movies with the Brolys. You know, stuff along those lines. Any type of team that you can think of where it has good damage dealers, you could just throw them into any of those type of teams to basically juice up their damage dealer, which is good value. So for shoot, I lost my train of thought. But what you can do, right, is you could just throw them into any leader slot and you could just do whatever you want with them, right? But their biggest issue right now, I feel like, is their disrupts. Not even their disrupts really, but the fact that in order for them to gain the disrupts that they need to get hit 3 times in order for them to actually utilize those type of effects. And normally that wouldn't be an issue for the most part if they have the defenses and the stats to, you know, facilitate that type of thing like Legend Broly. But because they're a support type unit, I don't know if you guys seen the stat spread of them, but they're not that good. They're really not that good at all. You're gonna need to hide them with Zenkai buffers or units that could give them more damage guard or anything along those type of lines. But I have a feeling that the unit at lower stars is going to struggle with tanking, and that could be a huge issue considering that most of their abilities are locked behind them actually need to be hit before they can even utilize any of their big time effects really. So as for their aging, I can see them being like a 13, but at the same time, I don't know for sure. I really don't know. All I do know is I feel like these guys will be a must run for the new and improved Universe Reps team that could be established as soon as the end of this celebration. We don't know if the new release would help out Universe Reps in a way where the team could be top 3 by the end of the celebration. We don't know. We don't know for sure. But if it does do that, I mean, speak of the devil, I was about to say, if they were to release, let's say, like an Ultra Jiren or a Legend Jiren that helps out the team, you know, it helps facilitate 17 and Frieza's abilities, then obviously they can see the value right then and there. And, you know, they can help out some of the best units in that team, you know, as soon as the celebration ends, or they could wait until Legends Fest when they can release a more high profile unit from that celebration. And, you know, the obvious answer would be an Ultra MUI Goku. But, anyways, I am curious what y'all think about the Nimbus. I am curious about what y'all think about the Legends, the new Legend unit in the comment section below. If I were to give a first impression of them, Blue as well? Can we lose? Oh no, Broly. But if I were to give a first impression of them right now, I say they are a solid 5 on paper. I see them right now as a future investment for better teams. That's not to say that they're bad right now. In fact, quite the contrary. I feel like they can provide a lot of good value right now with some team building. But I can only see them grow in value as time goes on. So, that being said though, I am curious to see what we're getting here. Hidden God Goku again? I mean, sure. I feel like we're not going to get much else though, so we're just going to skip it. Yeah, we didn't get much else. So, I am a greedy bastard though. We will try to go for the other copy here for the 8 stars. Just so that we can get our Z ability buffs here. I feel like this is not going to be anything though. I'm going to skip it. Yeah, nothing too crazy. 3 more rotations to go. We got the supporter, we got the new units. I mean, all things considered, I feel like this is a reasonable... I would say this is a reasonable success so far. Like, I think we... How much did we spend on? I think it was like 9K? I think it was just the 3 rotations. Oh, nice. We got the Bobbity supporter. We'll take that. Like 3 rotations for the 1 legend copy? I mean, that's pretty good rates, all things considered. Oh, Nimbus. We're getting a lot of Nimbuses in this video, though. That is a W. This just means we're getting a lot of feature units in here. Let's see what we're getting. He's winning, though. Again, the only units I'm looking for that... Yes, bro! Let's go, dude! Let's freaking go! Second copy attained. Oh my gosh, bro. Hell yes, dude. Hell yes. Man, I'm usually never this lucky with the Legends units, all things... Bro. And you give me a golden Frieza on top of that too. I mean, sure. But damn, bro. When was the last time I got lucky on a legend like this? I think it was the first one. I think it was Super Vegito. Super Vegito gave me a really good luck. I think I got the same amount of copies in this point, like around 12k CC for 2 copies. Considering they have like 0.5 like a 0.5 base. What's the base rate? Like 0.5%, and then with the booster rates it's 0.7%. Which, you know, obviously the ultras and the legend units, they have the same type of thing. But considering those type of rates, I mean, I feel like we've gotten a really big W so far. 8 stars in... Oh, wow. Absolute massive W's all around. Yeah, look at that. I think it's... Actually, no. I think it's more like 15 KCC. It was like 13 or 14 KCC that we just spent for 2 copies, which is still really, really good. I think the average you would get, I think, if I remember correctly, I think it's like 15 KCC. It's 15 KCC for 1 copy. So the fact that we managed to snag 2, absolutely outstanding. Absolute success so far. So, I mean, I'm happy with the results here. I mean, sure, just level up Bobbity, man. I don't give a shit. I really don't give a shit about the new support. But I mean, damn. I mean, yeah. I mean, we'll see how the rest of this plays out, but I'm already happy with what we have. Oh, we got Blue Goku winning. Now, it could be funny if it can give us another copy, like, right here. Just for no reason. Just give us a regular copy. Just, like, out of nowhere. Like, right now. Is this one? Alright. Kalen Khalifa, that's a unit I haven't seen in a while from the banners recently. I feel like the newer units, the 2025 Sparkings, for whatever reason, they just don't put them in the banners. Nice, we got a Nimbus. Okay, wait. Biblical greed, I know, but can we go for 3 though? Oh, Spirit Bomb, we'll take that. Spirit Bomb, alright. What if we can go for 3? What if we can go for 3? I mean, I'm still fine with if it's like a Kefla or something, like right now. There you go. That's exactly what I wanted, another Kefla. I don't know how many copies I still need of her. I think I need like 3? Yeah, like 3 copies. But yeah, she's closer to the 14-star mark as well. Hopefully I can get that within the set here. We got the blue skies here, always pretty nice. What do we get here? Voltex. We'll skip that. But for the most part, oh, Frost. Exactly what I was talking about though, the 2025 Sparkings. For whatever reason, they just don't appear on banners. I still have a lot of copies of regular ass Sparkings that I still need a 14-star that, like, down the road. Like, has gone to the point where I've actually 14-starred the main headliner unit before the actual Sparking. Like the Sparking unit, like I remember, I don't know if you guys saw the most recent video, but if you were to notice, I actually had a 7-star Pan as opposed to 14-star Trunks and Gohan. I was originally going to go for Pan copies, but because I 14-starred the main headliner too early, I believe it was in 32 KCC. It was like almost 11 rotations in, I believe. But yeah, after that, you know, obviously, you know, as much of a whale as I am, I can like subside to like the fact that it's like, okay, well, I'm not really gonna do this without pulling more of the legend copies, which will bum me out really. If I were to pull like any access copies of ultra units or legend units before anything else, that just really bums me out. And I'd really rather not do that. So you could just see power the regular Sparkings up to 14 stars, but that just takes a long time. But if it's a process that you gotta do, then it's the process you gotta do. Yeah, I feel like this summon is not gonna really do much. So this is gonna be the final summon of the video here for right now. We will be going back for 14 stars. But outside of that, I mean, yeah. All things considered, massive success. I don't think this summon is really gonna be much either. We'll let it play out. But I mean, yeah, with that being said, we got our 2 copies of the new 17 in Frieza. And we will go ahead and do our showcases in the next video. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to be much. But yeah, that's going to be it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Y'all take care.